Ladies and gentlemen, time it's the one thing we all have in equal measure, yet the one thing most of us take for granted. No matter your age, your income, your dreams, or your fears, you have 24 hours in a day, just like the most successful people in the world. But here's the truth: you can't get more time. You can earn more money, meet more people, even recover from failure, but the minutes ticking away on the clock are gone forever once they pass. And that's why time management isn't just a productivity tool, it's a survival skill. Every moment you spend scrolling aimlessly, procrastinating, or doing things that don't align with your purpose, you're spending the only currency you'll never get back. Let that sink in. You don't need more time, you need to make better decisions with the time you already have. Because how you manage your time defines how you live your life. If you don't value your time, someone else will use it for their benefit. If you really want to know what someone values, don't listen to what they say, look at their calendar. Look at how they spend their day, their week, their month. The truth is, your schedule is a mirror of your priorities. It's not your words, your vision board, or your intentions that define your life, it's how you allocate your time. You see, many people say they want success. They say their health is important. They say they want to build a business, write a book, spend time with their kids, or grow spiritually. But when you look at their actual day-to-day, those things are nowhere to be found. Their calendar is filled with urgent tasks, meetings they don't need, entertainment, or things that don't move the needle. Their dreams are spoken loudly, but their time management whispers the truth. When something truly matters to you, you don't wait to find time. You make time. You schedule it like a meeting with the CEO. You protect that block of time like your life depends on it, because in some ways it does. Most people allow their time to be taken hostage by everything and everyone around them. They wake up and immediately get pulled into emails, messages, and notifications. They live in reaction mode. But when you live in reaction, you surrender control. You're not living your plan, you're living someone else's. Here's the brutal truth: if you don't plan your time, someone else will. If you don't fill your calendar with things that matter, the world will fill it with things that don't. Distractions are always standing by, ready to steal your hours. That's why managing your calendar isn't just about productivity. It's about protecting your vision. Every Sunday evening or Monday morning, you should sit down and ask yourself, what are the 3-5 most important things I need to do this week to move forward? And not what's urgent, not what's loud, what's important. Then block time for those things, lock them into your schedule. Treat those appointments with the same seriousness you would a doctor visit or a job interview, because they are appointments with your future. When you do this, you stop drifting. You stop waking up wondering where your day went. Instead, you start building intentional momentum, one focused hour at a time. And know this isn't about filling your calendar to the brim. This is about being deliberate with your time, creating space for your top priorities. That might mean scheduling time to read, to rest, to think, to plan. Because when you control your schedule, you control your focus. And when you control your focus, you control your future. Your calendar is your life blueprint. Every block of time tells a story, the story of who you're becoming. If you want to know what your future looks like, look at your schedule today. That's where it begins. That's where it's decided. Procrastination is one of the most dangerous habits in human behavior, not because it feels destructive, but because it feels so harmless. It wears a friendly disguise. It tells you, relax, you'll do it later. It comforts you with false promises like, you've got plenty of time, or you work better under pressure. But behind the scenes, procrastination is quietly stealing your future, your goals, your confidence second by second, day by day. The tragedy of procrastination is that it doesn't kill your dreams immediately. It suffocates them slowly. It feeds you tiny lies that seem believable in the moment. I'm tired. I need to feel inspired. I'll do it after lunch. Or tomorrow is better. And before you know it, tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And then, one day, you wake up to realize that what you were supposed to start 5 years ago is still only in your head. We wait for the perfect moment. We think we need to be motivated, ready, or fully equipped before we take action. But that moment rarely arrives. There is no perfect time, there is only right now. Action creates clarity. Action builds momentum. Action makes the fear smaller. But procrastination, it only makes the mountain look bigger and the mind weaker. You see, procrastination isn't just about laziness, it's about avoidance. It's about avoiding discomfort. It's avoiding the fear of failure, the fear of imperfection, the fear of starting something that might not work. But here's the truth. Discomfort is the path to progress. Growth only happens when we move through resistance, not around it. Think of every time you procrastinate as making a silent agreement to delay your destiny. You're choosing short-term comfort over long-term achievement. You're choosing a few moments of ease over a lifetime of meaning. And while it may not feel like a big deal in the moment, those small delays compound over time until one day, you look back and realize you've been busy, but not productive. Active, but not advancing. The scariest part, procrastination becomes a habit. The more you delay, the easier it becomes to delay again. You train your brain to believe that urgency can be ignored. And this habit begins to bleed into everything: your work, your health, your relationships. Suddenly, it's not just tasks you're putting off, it's the life you truly want. But there's a way out, and it doesn't start with motivation. It starts with discipline. It starts with doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It starts with breaking the cycle, not with grand leaps, but with small, intentional steps. You don't need to finish the entire journey today. You just need to begin. You need to do the first 10 minutes. You need to take the first step. Because the moment you start, you disrupt the power that procrastination has over you. It no longer controls you, you control it. One of the most powerful skills you'll ever develop in time management and in life is the ability to say no. It sounds simple, even obvious, but for many, it's one of the hardest words to use. Why? Because we're trained to be agreeable. We're taught to be helpful, kind, and accommodating. We don't want to offend anyone. We don't want to feel selfish. We don't want to disappoint. So, what do? We say yes even when we mean no. We say yes to meetings that don't matter. Yes to invitations we have no energy for. Yes to helping with things that have nothing to do with our goals. And with every yes we give away out of guilt, fear, or obligation, we sacrifice a piece of our time, a piece of our focus, a piece of our peace. But here's the truth you need to understand. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something deeply important. Every yes you give away without thought is a no to your personal growth, your goals, your family, your rest, your creativity. And your time, your precious, irreplaceable time, becomes a playground for other people's agendas. You cannot live a focused life if you're constantly available to everyone. You cannot protect your purpose if you're trying to please the world. People will always ask for your time, and they're not wrong to ask. But you are responsible for protecting it. You are the gatekeeper of your hours, your days, your life. If you don't set boundaries, you will be pulled in every direction except forward. Learning to say no isn't about being rude. It's about being clear. Clear on your vision. Clear on your energy. Clear on your worth. It's about understanding that your time is too important to be diluted by things that don't align with who you're becoming. Some people won't understand Some might be disappointed, and that's okay. You're not here to live everyone else's script. You're here to honor your own. When you say no to things that don't align, you create room for what truly matters, the things that light you up, grow you, challenge you, and bring your future closer. Saying no is not rejection, it's redirection. It's saying yes to what matters most. And the more you do it, the more you'll notice something powerful. Your peace grows, your clarity sharpens, and your time becomes sacred. You start doing less, but achieving more. You stop being busy and start being intentional. You don't owe everyone your time. You owe your time to the life you're building. And once you truly grasp that, you stop feeling guilty for protecting it, you feel proud. We often believe success is about massive action, a huge breakthrough, one lucky moment, or some rare opportunity that changes everything overnight. But real success doesn't work like that. It's not found in a single decision, a viral moment, or one grand gesture. It's built quietly, patiently, and consistently through your daily habits. What you do occasionally doesn't shape your life. What you do consistently does. Your future is not determined by what you hope to do or plan to do someday. It's being written right now in the small choices you make every day. Every morning you hit snooze, every time you skip that workout, every hour you give to distractions, every book you don't read, every task you postpone, it all adds up. And just the same way, every page you read, every focused hour you work, every meaningful conversation you have, every healthy choice you make, that adds up too. Your habits are not just routines, they are votes for the person you want to become. Think of it like this: every day, you cast tiny votes toward your identity. You're either becoming stronger or weaker, sharper or duller, more focused or more scattered. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your habits. That's the battlefield where success is won, in the invisible hours, the quiet choices, the disciplined decisions made when no one is watching. But here's what most people miss. Greatness doesn't feel like greatness while you're building it. It feels boring, repetitive, ordinary. Success doesn't come wrapped in excitement. It shows up wrapped in routine. And that's why most people quit, because they expect motivation to carry them, but motivation fades. What lasts is discipline, and discipline is born from habit. The most successful people in the world don't rely on willpower, they rely on structure. They don't wait to feel inspired, they design environments and systems that keep them moving forward even when they don't feel like it. They wake up and do what matters, not because it's easy, but because it's a non-negotiable part of who they are. You want to change your life, start small, be consistent. 10 pages a day becomes 15 books a year. 30 minutes of focused work every morning becomes a business over time. A gratitude journal every night becomes a mindset shift. It doesn't need to be intense, it needs to be relentless. We overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can build in a year of steady, focused action. You're not just building a to-do list, you're building a legacy. You're shaping a future self one disciplined day at a time. Let's be brutally honest, most people aren't out of time because they're too busy. They're out of time because they are too distracted. In today's world, your biggest threat isn't lack of opportunity, it's the constant noise that steals your attention, one click, one notification, one meaningless activity at a time. These distractions don't just waste minutes, they destroy momentum, dilute focus, and leave you with a sense of exhaustion even when you've accomplished nothing meaningful. You have dreams, you have goals, you have a vision, but here's the truth: as long as you allow time, wasters to run your life, your goals will always take the back seat. We live in an age where everything fights for your attention: apps, ads, texts, emails, YouTube suggestions, mindless scrolling, endless quick. Distractions that turn into hours of mental fog. It's not just your time being consumed, it's your mental clarity, your willpower, your potential. You're not too busy. Your time is being leaked through invisible holes. And until you identify those holes and seal them, you'll keep losing hours to things that don't matter, won't move you forward, and leave you feeling frustrated at the end of the day. So what are the time wasters? They're the toxic habits you've normalized. Doom scrolling through social media with no purpose. Binge watching shows that numb your mind. Hanging out with people who drain your energy. Saying yes to things that don't align with your purpose. Checking your phone 100 times a day for no real reason. These are the hidden thieves of your destiny. But here's the empowering part: you can take back control. You can audit your day with honesty. You can ask, where is my time going? What am I allowing into my life that doesn't serve the person I want to become? Once you answer that, the solution becomes clear. Cut it out, ruthlessly, without apology. Unfollow the accounts that pull you into comparison. Turn off notifications that interrupt your flow. Remove apps that add no value. Block websites that eat your hours. Limit screen time. Set boundaries on conversations that spiral into gossip or negativity. This isn't about being rigid, it's about being intentional. Because every minute spent on something meaningless is a minute stolen from something powerful. And remember, every time waster you eliminate creates space for something better. Creativity, clarity, rest, deep work, growth, peace. When you clear out the noise, the signal of your purpose gets louder. You start moving with precision. You start living on purpose. You stop reacting to life and begin shaping it. You must be willing to detox your environment, to protect your energy, to choose depth over distraction, because the more you eliminate what doesn't matter, the more your time starts working for you, not against you. When people hear the phrase time management, they often think of calendars, planners, to-do lists, and productivity hacks. But at its core, time management has nothing to do with tools and everything to do with self-worth. The way you manage your time is a direct reflection of how much you value yourself. It's not about being busy, it's about being honorable with your existence. You respect what you protect, and if you truly respected your goals, your future, your peace, your calling, you would protect your time like your life depends on it. Because it does. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, talks over you, or takes you for granted, you feel that deeply. But what about when you disrespect yourself by letting your time be wasted, by ignoring what matters to you, by constantly putting your life on hold? It may not feel loud in the moment, but your soul notices. Your confidence erodes, your sense of purpose fades, because at the deepest level you know, you were meant for more than this. Every time you prioritize what's urgent over what's important, every time you say yes to something meaningless and no to your own growth, every time you let distractions control your day, you're not just mismanaging time, you're sending a message to yourself. My goals don't matter. My time isn't valuable, I can wait. But the truth is, you can't wait. Life doesn't pause for you to get organized. The clock doesn't care about your excuses. The world isn't going to clear a path for your dream, you have to carve that path yourself. And that starts with how you treat the hours you're given. Self-respect means showing up for yourself not once in a while, but every single day. It means choosing your future over your feelings. It means doing what's right over what's easy. It means designing your life around your purpose instead of floating through your days hoping something will change. Nothing changes until you change how you use your time. You wouldn't hand your car keys to a stranger, so why hand your time to people, platforms, and problems that have no place in your future? When you start respecting your time, something powerful happens. You elevate your standards. You stop entertaining low you conversations. You stop tolerating chaos. You stop shrinking yourself to fit other people's agendas. You step into the identity of someone who honors their life, because time is your life. And here's the truth. People will start to treat you how you treat yourself. If you walk through life with boundaries, clarity, and focus, people will respect you for it. But if you live scattered, reactive, and constantly available, the world will walk all over your schedule. Self-respect is the gateway to time freedom. It's not about perfection, it's about commitment. It's about waking up every day and deciding, my time is sacred, my life is worth protecting, my mission matters.